as promised, wanted to show you a little bit of what I've been doing here. This is a live roof on the building I have been working on. This is it's a mixture of different ideas that I've seen, and I'm trying to figure out, kind of what works best, what doesn't. But this roof, I had put in, last week, and actually about a week ago. And yesterday we got about a half an inch of rain, finally. And I came down here this morning to check to see how everything was doing. If there was any runoff, if there was any puddles being formed. And what I did, you can tell I've got the tarp set up there underneath. That's actually on wood covered with dirt. And then on top I had went around and gathered all this moss, and that is what is on this roof. And it is really made a nice sponge-like type roof. I checked inside, there was no leaks. You can see here with my wall, let me get down here a little bit. These were with pallets, rock and cob. And you got to keep in mind, everything I've done here, I have used no nails, no screws. This is all just basically placed where it needs to be, and is held together basically by, I did support the walls as I was doing them with stainless steel wire, and that is really the only thing I have used. But the roof, I don't know if you can see here, just real nice. The moss is nice and green this morning. And it looks like this is going to work really, really well. There's the kitty cat with the pond. I put some goldfish in my little pond that I had made. There's the I don't know if you can see them in there. Little goldfish. The bigger one is kind of hiding under the plant. And I put this building kind of in this area just because you can see it's all canopied. So that provides a good shade and shelter during the summertime. It stays a lot cooler over off in here. And if you look back this way, you'll notice that the top of this building is just about even with the land above it. So it's, a very low impact place. So when the wind comes in, storms, especially out of the south or the west, it's really protected. It just seems to go right over it. Once in a while I'll lose a limb out here, but that's okay because I can kind of use it. There's my pallet pile. And this is the front part of it. Everything is kind of thrown around right now. I've had some parts covered, but this is what I was doing last year. Now this part here, this is another opening to that building, and you can see where I'm cobbing in the walls over here. But on these are all bottles filled with sand and then cobbed in, and it is just, it's solid. It just as solid as it can be. It's just like concrete. Again, it's very time consuming filling all these bottles, but it does work. And I'll show you here inside what I did. Oh, okay. See, this is the roof, and you can tell how I've got these beams laid out on this roof, if you can see here. And then I've got the boards going across, and as I start working more on the inside, I will support these beams more with cob to give it a little bit more support. But you can push on this. None of this is budging at all. It is on there good. So I'm really pleased with how that has turned out. So that's kind of where I'm at so far. You got to realize it's just me, so this is kind of slow going. I've had to haul every piece of wood, dig dirt, haul rock, and you know, I was fortunate enough. I paid a guy to haul me in a little bit of dirt. You can see over there in my pile, just so I didn't have to do all the digging this year like I did last year. That's how I ended up with my little pond. Where that pond is, that was a big area where I had dug out by hand last year to get the dirt that I needed to make the cob. And also this hillside, I kind of dug me out some steps and used the dirt as I went along. So as for the roof, it's looking pretty good, and I do like the area too, because like I said, I don't know if you can see it. I'll walk back over here. Just stays nice and cool down here, because down below, I don't know if you can see very well. It's kind of hard to see through the trees this time of year, but I am right above the creek bed, so the air does stay a little bit cooler. Now in the winter time, this right here is kind of facing a northeast, where this right here is more of a north direction. And so when I do this building, I definitely want to make sure that my north facing walls are a little bit more thicker to give me some more insulation from any cold winds, cold weather coming in. So that's about it, and I'll show you as I progress along. Thanks.